All right. So we have Michael from Dark Funeral on the line with us. Michael, how's it going, man?
Yeah, it's all right. Thank you.
So I was just listening to the new album, and I got to tell you, man, this fucking thing is insane, dude. We Are the Apocalypse. Tell us about it, man.
Well, I don't know where to start, but yeah, it's the new record that we have been working on for a couple of years, and include 9 tracks. And feels like we managed to push all aspects from of our music, a couple of steps ahead this time, and I feel just really good about it.
Yeah, the sound quality is amazing on this. Can you tell us about the recording process? Did you guys do anything different with this one in the studio as opposed to the older records?
Yeah, we try to record a little bit more old school, but still try to make it sound bigger. So one thing we did was we didn't use any triggers or stuff like that. And one thing that really gave this big depth within the sound, I guess, was that we used lots of room mics for all the instruments. So like the sound picture just become more bigger. There was a few new things that we did this time.
That makes sense. That's because I was thinking that it sounds very organic, and it almost sounds kind of live, but not.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to go a little bit more in that real raw feeling, but still have a modern production, if you will. Yeah. Kind of try to find a new balance with not use too much technologies and stuff like that.
Right. As far as now this album is very atmospheric, as you guys always are. But as far as some of the songs on this one, can you tell us anything about like some of the themes and things like that?
Well, maybe one a little bit different theme is the tribute song we wrote for Nosferatu. And that seems to be one of the favorite songs, when people mention some songs. That's one of the songs that seems to pop up 80% of the times. And that song got a little bit different feel also. I don't know, it's just something special with it. I can't really pinpoint what it is, but it was an interesting topic to approach. Nosferatu, the original movie, turns 100 years this year. So we stopped planning when we wrote that song last year. We stopped planning for, giving it the proper tribute, and also a kind of tribute to the horror genre that also turns 100 years this year. So it was a little bit different approach for theme and songwriting for that song. But it seems to, we seem to have succeeded pretty well with that.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that, because that when I was listening to the record, that's one of the songs that stuck out to me as well. Another one that stuck out to me is When I'm Gone. That's the two songs that seems to be. That man.
And then you hear some people who really hate those songs and love the rest. So, but it feels like 80-90% of the people who mention one or two songs, Nosferatu and When I'm Gone, which are two totally different songs, but those two seems to be the most popular, I guess.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, the whole record's amazing, but I mean, whenever that song When I'm Gone came on and I was listening to it, at the beginning, I almost thought it was going to turn into like a ballad sort of thing, because it does have a melodic intro, and then it's so heavy, man. And then the storytelling of it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, It's quite heavy topic in that song, but yeah, I think Helgemari did a really good job with the lyric for that song.
Yeah, definitely, man. And then Beyond the Grave right after that. Oh my God. It's so
yeah. But it's always great to hear feedback on the songs. How people seem to have. I don't know if it's with the time. I mean, the general response has been really amazing, and I'm really happy for that. But it's always I see with everything else going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much. It's like everything is black and white.
Yeah.
And I see that with some of the response too. It's not like it's okay. I mean, I find that really, to be that you're in a really good position when it is like that, because then you kind of raise the thought or something. You made an impact with the music one way or another, so it's a win-win anyway. But it's kind of weird that everything these days is like, either you praise it or you fucking hate it. It's not like it was all right, I don't know what's wrong with people these days, but as I said, I mean, I find that I feel that that's a good position to be in.
Yeah, you're right. I honestly I haven't really thought about it that much, but now that you make a point of it, it does seem like that. People are like that nowadays. It's one extreme or the other. It's not. There's no in between, hardly ever.
No, it's really strange, and I can't really. I mean, maybe it's a generation thing or whatever, or people just have a really low self-esteem these days, or it's got to be something. I don't know, but it's like that with everything, and.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a controversial band, so whatever we do, we're always going to get, positive feedback or, negative feedback. So that's just, our world. But when I saw, some other bands, the situation they got into when they released new record, I was like, I wonder if it's going to be like that with us too. Yeah, it's the same I mean, it seems to be the same for every fucking band these days. And I don't know, it's just sad because we're still a big fucking metal family, and we should, try to protect our scene,
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you don't have to like everything, but you don't have to destroy the scene just with bad attitude and stupid bullshit, I think.
Right.
So that's something I wish people, thought about a little bit more. Otherwise, maybe it's just lots of people have got into this scene that shouldn't really be into this scene. I don't know.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both of that.
Yeah.
So, well, let me ask you about the looking at the album cover. Of course, this artwork is epic as always. But can you tell us about this one? Is there a story behind it? The artist? Or?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit, the artwork is a little bit, what should I call it? Last minute thing. Of course, there's connection, to the band and the theme of the band and everything. It's what happened. Already before the last record, we start working with Necrolord again, who did The Secrets of the Black Arts album back in '96. And, the two of us have talked over the years before the last record, like we should work together again sometime. And before that record, Helgemari came in with the idea that, dude, it's time. So the three of us start discussing, with the start with The Secrets of the Black Arts album in mind and see what that cover had meant for the band, the feeling, and how it turned out to represent the artwork that we used for the band and the world it came from and all those things. Then we start thinking, how can we bring that story, the artwork? You know, there's a story behind that artwork too. Now, how can we bring that story, you know, with the band into the future? So that was how we start talking about things. And then, you know, with Shadows Forever Rain, artwork came up after that. And already when that record was released, we started talking about this record. And Necrolord have actually been involved in the, you know, with, you know, supplied him with demos, lyrics, and stuff during the writing process. So we can get into the world that we, you know, that we're working, you know, that we are in at the moment. We could find a kind of feeling for the artwork. So he'd been working back and forth with that, and then we came to the deadline. The record label had a deadline. You know, the situation with pressing plants and vinyl pressings and all that, you know, you have to pre-order everything so much in advance. It's just, you know, long waiting list these days. And we had a strict deadline. We managed to push it maybe 2 weeks, but Necrolord still didn't manage to finish up the artwork. But then, fortunately, I had already, Marcello, has been working on this artwork with the same concept and ideas, but not really, you know, pinpointed on the new record, but still, you know, in the same family, if you will. So he managed to finish that, you know, just wrap up that in a really short notice. The artwork were almost ready, but he just made some fine tuning so it fit the last things for this record. So that's how everything came about for this record, the artwork. But now when I got home the vinyl and the CD and I see everything, you know, live, I was like, man, this really gave the record a really good feeling, you know.
Yeah, that's a crazy story how it all worked out, but I mean, it definitely seems like it worked out for the good.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around in this business for quite a long time, so I know that it's always good to have a backup thing, you know, in hand that you can just, you know, when things, you know, just doesn't go as planned, you have already know where to go, how, you know, to make a quick solution on whatever problem it is. So I had that this time as well, because you never know. Of course, Necrolord is an amazing artist, so you know he's going to deliver quality, but still, you still have that thought. I mean, maybe, you know, the artwork comes and you just see no connection to the music whatsoever. What should you do? So it's always good to have that backup with two plans moving along simultaneously.
Yeah, definitely.
And for this time, it was a good choice, and so we could fix everything. And I think, you know, damn, I almost I felt like a fucking horrible person when I was pushing Marcello so hard the last couple of days. Like, we need this and that ready by this time, you know. But it was not my deadline, it was the record label's deadline, so I was just a middle person. I had to, you know, tell him all this. But I was like, man, I'm so sorry for this. It's like, but yeah, and he was going on tour as well, you know, so he was kind of stressed about that. And I was like, okay, tell me, can you do it? He was like, yeah, I'll fix it. And he just, you know, did an amazing job with so many different formats of the record. And yeah, I mean, he is an amazing guy and deserves all the credit he can get, not only for the artwork, but also for the fucking amazing job he did under so much pressure.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of plans, can you tell us what kind of plans do you guys have coming up? Live tour dates, anything like that?
Well, the first thing we have in like 3 weeks, we're doing a massive album release show here in Stockholm. And since we can't really start touring right now, we decided to live stream it. So people all over the world can join in on the live stream.
Oh, that's awesome.
And just kind of celebrate the release of the new records. Well, yeah, it's going to be a big show with lots of pyro, and we're planning lots of crazy stuff, and a naturally a fucking great set list. I had a meeting earlier today with a booking agency, and they were like, "Oh, do you have a press list, set list?" I was like, "Well, here's a preliminary set list, though." And he was like, "I'm impressed." I was like, "Good." Yeah, I can't wait for finally get back on stage and get busy again. But this is obviously a special show with, lots of other musicians from all kinds of different bands from around Sweden is coming to the show, and and as I said, we're doing pyro, we're bringing in lots of extra lights, so it's just a big production for Dark Funeral. So I hope as many as possible also join in with the live stream.
Wow.
And after that, the festival summer is starting to fill up pretty good. And then we have naturally some touring plans for the winter. Nothing that is official yet or 100%. I think it's confirmed, but it's not official yet. But yeah, it's going to be lots of touring from autumn to, the next couple of years. There's lots of tourings that we're talking about. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Soon we're back on the road again, and then just bringing hell on stage with everybody.
Very cool, man. You mentioned that you're going to have members from other bands at the record release party. Is there any names that you could tell us now, or is that top secret?
Well, all the names are not confirmed, but I got confirmed today the old bassist from Bathory is coming. Fredrik from Opeth, Ted from Amon Amarth. Well, so, there's lots of, and it's not only metal musicians. And there's some Swedish actors too coming, and it seems to be pretty cool interest for the show, and I think it's cool to. That the interest has been from such a wide spectrum of artists here in Sweden. And we obviously there's a few weeks left for everybody to, speak out and see if they can come or not. But I think it's going to be a great night.
Very cool. Where can people go to find out more information about watching the stream of that?
Well, social media, our official website, darkfuneral.se, or just on the social media. There's links everywhere.
Awesome.
And the easiest maybe if the people can't find it on the social media, check the official website. All info is there. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, and just fucking join us. It's going to be amazing. Trust me.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to see it myself, man. I guess I'm about out of questions for you. Is there anything else you want to let your fans know?
Well, just stay tuned for tour dates. More and more is falling in place now when the world is open up again, and we have lots of things in plans and lots of discussions. So I just hope we can start making everything, things official. But it looks like I felt today like, damn, the schedule is going to be super busy in the next 2 years. And that feels good because it's been kind of fucking draining the last 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man.
But it's been like that for everybody. But, you know, when you're always, you know, on a constant move, traveling every week, basically, and then everything just stops. It's just been a weird 2 years. And of course, that feeling you get from live shows, both as a, you know, in the audience and on stage, is I guess that's something many of us are missing.
Oh yeah, there's nothing that compares to the energy that happens at the live show between the crowd and the band.
Yeah, it is amazing.
All right. Well, Michael, before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Dark Funeral, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Metal Devastation Radio. This is Lord Ottoman of Dark Funeral, and you are listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your interest.
Yeah, of course, man. What I'll do is I'll do some edits on this. I'll upload it to all the streaming platforms and send it over to the label, and we'll post it everywhere this weekend, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, man. Cheers. We'll talk to you later.
Come on. Yeah, bye. Thanks.